Hey, folks, I spoke to him about 4 or 5 years ago when he released a single called You Are Beautiful. We did an interview, we talked for a while, and I invited him to come to the Festival of King Island. But it was COVID time and it was all cancelled. Now, finally, 2026, he's going to be with us all the way from Canberra. Let me introduce to you Stewart Barton. Stewie, welcome.
Hey, how are you, mate? Long time no see.
Yeah, absolutely. That a lot has happened after You Are Beautiful, isn't it? I know,
Yeah,
I'm
look,
sure you're still beautiful, but a lot has happened.
it's changed a bit. The hair's cut off and got something on my face, but yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, you have to find a balance, right? It's nothing wrong with that. Now, for those who might have forgotten, Stuart, I don't know. Some people do. Give us a bit of a rundown. I was 6 years old. I got a ukulele for my birthday, and that's how it all started. Or you tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Well, my musical journey starts in different stages, I suppose. It's different people were extremely influential at different stages of it, but it all started. I was just a musical kid. I loved music and always have, always will. And then I was sort of started getting in trouble at school, and I wanted to join the guitar club. And if I didn't behave, I wasn't allowed to join that guitar club. So I was learning songs from Keith Urban at home from YouTube. And then I pulled my head in and started behaving at school and went to the guitar club. And then from there, I joined a Indigenous music program at the youth centre and met my uncle Dale, who's become one of my lifelong mentors. Um, and he saw something in me there. I was their first student, and I started, learning guitar and bass and drums there every Monday. I think for the next few years, I joined when I was about eight. And then when I was about 12 and 13, I started singing a little bit there. I just said I wanted to sing there, and I never thought I could sing, and everyone used to tell me I couldn't. So, but I just did it one time, and he's like, "Oh, you can sing that song." And then, yeah, it just grew from there. My nan bought me some singing lessons from an ad that she saw in a church newspaper. Um, and then, yeah, I started just playing more with Uncle Dale. That then led to doing some open mics and open mic competitions, and I started winning, and I was like, oh, maybe there's something new here, something onto something, and I got offered a few gigs. And long story short, I started doing pub gigs when I was about 15, and I met certain people, and they gave me gigs. Yeah, and just different promotion agencies and booking agencies and festivals and stuff like that. Um, yeah, that's kind of where it all started.
Is
And
is
fast forward, I'm
Canberra
here.
is Canberra a good place for a musician? Is it like you could
I
get
think
more
so.
gigs in Sydney or Melbourne, or but no, Canberra's good.
No, I think so. What I like about Canberra is depending on what type of musician you want to be, there's a gig for you. That's what I think. If you want to be an open mic musician, there's a gig for you. If you want to be a background singer in a cafe or in a nice dinner restaurant, there's a gig for you. If you want to play, theatre shows, there's a theatre for you to play. And there's different sizes. If you want small ticketed listening room gigs, there's a gig for you. If you want to play a 10 to 1 in the morning, midnight sort of club gig or late night pub gig, there's a gig for you. And surrounding areas of Canberra is great. Within an hour, there's plenty of pub gigs, those three set pub gigs. There's lots of gigs for you. So I think as a musician in Canberra, you can be really diverse in your type of gigs.
Now you mentioned Uncle Dave. You talk about people that are influential. What do you call influential? Did they guide you? Did they support you? Did they teach you?
Yeah, so Uncle Dale was extremely influential to me because I didn't really have anyone in my family that was musical. Um, so my older brother and older sister, they played violin and guitar and saxophone growing up as a kid. But when my parents split up, they felt like they didn't really want to continue doing it. So I didn't really have anyone in my family that I could help with as a musical mentor. But Dale took me under his wing, um, it's almost like I'm not sure if his kids continued music in the way that he did. So it was this really nice match of that he could really mentor me and take me as far as that he could take me. And that continues till today. I still play in his band. And it becomes more than just a musical mentor. It's how to do things and be a good person as well, I think. That's how I look up to Uncle Dale, is that he's a very soft-spoken person, and the way he does things in music is quite relaxed and well thought through. Though sometimes he doesn't communicate that, but it's there's that, to be that influential mentor. I think there's not just one aspect of that person. You should be able to take multiple aspects from that person. Yeah.
How important is the indigenous element in your musical life?
Yeah, I think if you are an Indigenous person, I think you live that every day. It's not just when you want to, that's just who you are. And if you choose to acknowledge that every day, and I do, and I think it's a very spiritual culture, and it extends back to storytelling and songs and art is pretty much what most cultures are based on, is music, storytelling, and art. And that's how the culture sort of lives longer in today's society. And I think that though I'm not always singing about those traditional elements and traditional music, but I think it does have an impact in my songwriting and my storytelling, being able to really connect and tell a vivid story. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I believe that there's also within there's a very strong element also of bonding, isn't it? And
Yeah.
the working together and the trust and name it.
Yeah, and I think with music, like it's a very welcoming culture as well, and I think that I welcome ideas and I welcome people into that sort of environment and that culture, and then even with my musical personal journey, I really invite people to take part in that if they want to, it's just that's how you grow, and yeah.
Yeah. Is it what, how would you classify your music for those who don't know you? Is there a style? Is it your style? What are you influenced by?
I've been thinking a lot about this question. Not that I knew I was going to be asked it, but I've been asking myself this question a lot, especially over the last 12 months. With a recent trip to Nashville, I met up with some people there and made a really good mate there. And we were just having a beer, and he said, don't rush into anything, really work out what you are. And I've really been thinking about what I am and what is my music. And um, it's funny, I think my bass player, Steve, told me one time, he said, what I like about a Stewart Barton song is you hear it and you can tell it's a Stewart Barton song. And I thought, I'm trying to tap into that and go, well, what is my style? Like, yes, I want a Stewart Barton style, but I think there's lots of crossover there. I think it extends from that country music songwriting and feel, and storytelling. But my influences were not just country. I grew up with a lot of Australian rock and a lot of other rock as well. So I think there's definitely some rock influence there. But there's also like that 2000s sort of indie rock as well. And there might be a little bit of sort of folk and singer-songwriter, acoustic Paul Kelly type songwriting, storytelling.
We love that, we love that word nowadays, don't we? Indie. Everybody talks
Indie.
about indie.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I
Well,
just
it's
said it because people say
independent, but
it.
yeah, what is independent?
I
It's like,
think I don't know. I think it's individual. I'm taking it as like individual. I don't know. Like it's unique to your sound. I think maybe it come from being unique and sounding different. I'm not sure where it come from, but I'm just listening to some of the songs I'm listening to at the moment, and that's classified as indie pop or like indie pop rock. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll listen to indie pop rock then. Yeah,
yeah, well, put it this way: when I listen to your songs, and you know I like them, definitely more than like them, but yes, the storytelling, I could say, yeah, that has that country element, the
yeah,
storytelling. Your music, I don't find country at all, to be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I've heard that a lot. Yeah.
Well, I'm not the
And
only
no,
one.
and it's a compliment at the same time because it's unique. Yeah.
Absolutely. That now, how did your world change? Because I remember we talked about it, and we I did the interview with you when you released "You Are Beautiful." How did that change your world?
I'm gonna be honest, like it didn't change a lot. But what it did do, it gave me a little bit of ground and a little bit of an uplift in
Yeah.
especially the local scene. The local scene, I've done some amazing gigs just from that single alone. For that year, I was pretty busy that year that it come out. I had radio interviews, I had TV interviews. I was in local schools. They were getting me in to come and talk about it. And I'm like, I'm just a dude. I put the song out. Like nothing changed. I didn't earn any money from it. I'd still get a little bit of royalties from that song. But I think as an independent, it was my first release. Like my world didn't change too much. However, it opened up my world into what I want to do. And it gave me the exposure into the music scene that I can now look back on and go, wow, I've come all the way to where I am now just from that little beginning, and I've got a long way to go. But it's definitely helped elevate me into what I want to strive to do and get better at.
Now, I'm going to play a little bit of your music, but I'm not going to play "You Are Beautiful" because I've played that so often now. I'm going to do a little bit of "Waiting on You." What
Beautiful.
And what is "Waiting on You"? What is it all about? What is the song? Yeah, you can say I'm waiting for somebody, but "Waiting
Yeah.
on You," tell me.
Waiting on you, like you said, I could just say, oh, it's about waiting for someone, which it is. However, it's funny, ever since releasing that song, writing that song, it's the basis of waiting for someone, but it's pretty much waiting for that special someone. It's waiting for that moment again, that you're longing, or even if you haven't seen someone in a long time, it's I don't mind waiting for you, or it's a reflection song of, oh yeah, I remember that, but I can't wait for this. Yeah, I think it's just that whole waiting and your thought process of having someone really close to you.
It's past midnight, waiting on your call, wondering if you're even gonna ring at all. Did you not want to talk to me, or did you just fall asleep? In these times, heads running around. I don't mind waiting on you if it means staying up all night till the morning light. I don't mind waiting on you, taking hours to reply. Then I'm checking every file. I don't mind waiting on you. On our first date, you were over 10 minutes late. I wondered if you were gonna show up at all. And on our second date, you were late again. I was scared you just got back from friends. Did you not want to meet with me, or did you just sleep in? In these times, it's spinning around. I don't mind waiting on you.
That was "Waiting on You" by Stewart Barton. We're still talking with Stewart. He's in Canberra, sitting in a place there surrounded by guitars and always jealous when I see really nice guitars, but that's a different world belonging to somebody else. I know. Stuart, coming to King Island. Now,
Yes.
I think I told you a little bit about King Island when we spoke last and first at the same time.
Yeah.
What do you know about the place?
I know it has great cheese, and and it's little. There's not much I've heard. However, the much that is there is really good. Whether it's cheese, people, greenery, cows. Yeah, I love cows. I really love cows. But yeah, I don't know much. I've been doing some research, but everyone tells me it's an amazing place.
Well, I can tell you will go home with a stack of cheese. I can
Oh,
tell you that
beautiful.
with a
And,
bag full. So if you
and I
bring
heard
any,
there's wine there as well. Is that true?
not really, but
No? Oh.
we have a whiskey and gin distillery here.
Oh.
So that's a
Whoa.
bit heavier than wine.
Oh,
Well, that's,
beautiful. No, we love whiskey and we love gin as well. So
oh God, mate,
that's
you're
all
going to have
good.
a time of your life here. That if you bring any merch, better make sure you sell it all because otherwise you never be able to get all the cheese out of here, mate.
Oh, well, that's it. Yeah, we won't have any room to take back. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe we'll have to. We'll send it in the. We'll send it over first.
yeah, probably a good idea. That now, 2026, we're early in the year. Plans for the year besides coming here in a couple of weeks, but what's in the pipeline? What's doing?
Well, straight off the bat, we had a really big year last year, both um, sort of personally, musically, and this year we're sort of refocusing a little bit, and straight away, just in January, we've got a local show that hasn't been announced yet. It's about an hour out of town in Cooma, and it's all confirmed. We're playing the after party, the unofficial after party for the rodeo. So that'll be a fun little party. But then just not far from you, I'm flying down to Flinders Island on the 24th of January. I'm doing some shows by myself, solo, and as duos with Uncle Dale and his band, the Riverbank Band. And then we fly back, and then we come down to King Island. Then we're doing a really big show here in February on the 21st at a place called the Jetty in Canberra. It's a Stewart Barton night we do there. And we've been doing it once a year the last few years, and I think it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I think, well, we're onto something. Let's chase that. Then
I
as
have to say,
for
I have to say, Stuart, we accept that little bit of rivalry because there is a little bit of a rivalry in the Bass Strait between
yeah,
Flinders and King. Okay,
yeah,
you
well,
play at Flinders first, but then the difference is on King Island you're here with the full band, so that's the difference.
yes,
Then.
well, that's
Okay,
right. We're here with the
so
full band on King
yeah.
Island.
So
Yeah.
anybody here on King Island, don't go to Flinders now to see him already in January. No, you just wait.
Wait. I was like, if it was the next weekend, I was like, nah, that's too close. But yeah, wait for the big shows. We're putting a lot of effort.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that happens. That any new music in the pipeline?
Yeah, so I was about to say, it's been a big couple of years personally. Not, I don't want to drop the conversation, but I lost my dad just over 12 months ago
Sorry to hear that.
through brain cancer and lung cancer. And that just took my focus away from recording music a little bit and releasing. I think it was just very emotionally draining time for the last 2 years that sort of that he battled that. And I think I didn't want to take any time I could spend with him that I didn't for granted.
Very
So
important.
I did sacrifice some things that I wanted to spend more time with my dad. So I know that he didn't want to be a burden and hold me back. So this year I really want to dig in and release some music. I've got his support, I know. And yeah, he just want me to do as much as I can do. So yeah, this year really want to release some songs. I was in the studio last year working on some demos and trying to find that sound a little bit and just trying to work on that and refine it. And this year, hopefully, yeah, we'll have some out.
Well, I'm sure you haven't felt sorry for one single moment, but when you can spend time with somebody, spend that time with them as long
Yeah,
as you can. Very
yeah,
important. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. That.
You can never take for granted the last time you'll see someone. And it's changed my perspective on life a lot, in the fact that you got to tell people you love them. You got to have the ones that you are close to, keep them close. And also, life's too short. My dad died at 52. And life is too short for me. That's less than 30 years away. And I'm thinking, what do I want to do in 30 years? So yeah, I just want to enjoy life. I'm enjoying every aspect of life, and trying to look at nothing's too important. Because I really just want to enjoy life, and life's too short to not put out music. And that's what I want to do, because that'll be here forever.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do in 30 years' time, Stuart. I know what you're going to do in about 30 days' time, and that's
Hopefully
playing
world
here.
tour.
That's playing here on King Island. We look forward to it. I'm sure you do too. We'll send you back home with a load of cheese, and
Oh,
yeah, come and
lovely.
entertain us and let's have fun. How's that?
Oh, we are so excited. Me and the band, we were all very excited when we first got asked to come down. We all just kind of went. Are we allowed to swear? I don't know. We all just went, fuck yeah. I don't know. Might have to beat that out, Wade. But we were just very excited, and yeah, we've been doing a lot of band shows. I love the guys in the band and Anthea, and we're actually in Dave's studio, and we come here and rehearse. And I thought it was only fitting to do the interview here.
Well, there you go. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Catch you then.